All right. So the three things I'm going to talk about today are driver's etiquette, distracted driving, and safe driving speed. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Staff Sergeant Johnson, and I'm an instructor here at the 232nd Medical Battalion for DCMT. So the first thing is that I want to talk about is how many of you have ever been in a situation on the road where you just slipped into road rage because of something that someone did? Pretty much everyone did. Whether they cut you off, they shift lanes without a blinker, they turn suddenly, you have no idea what's coming, or they're just weaving in and out of traffic because they're in such a hurry they don't get what's going on. I know I have, and so that's why I just want to kind of go over some tips that might help you avoid being the person who's the target of the road. So first, we're talking about driver's ed. Blinkers. All cars have blinkers. Use them, please. Turn them on before you actually start to turn, before you change lanes. Don't wait until you're turning and all of a sudden the blinker comes on and the guy behind you is like, uh-oh, here we go, and then you're in an accident. All right? Especially if you're going to be turning right, crossing two lanes because you waited until the last second on the interstate to get, oh, there's my exit. Next thing you know, you're doing a 45-degree angle going across, which I'm sure most of you have seen going down 410 or 1604. The other thing is the yield sign. Here in Texas, for some reason, people don't know what the yield sign is for. They run right through it, or they come to a complete stop when they don't need to. And I know you've probably been that person stuck behind someone that's just waiting in the yield sign. You're like, what are you waiting for? What's going on? Or you've been that person where they just jump right in front of you. So I went online and I looked up in the manual of traffic signs what the yield sign actually means. So for a quick definition of the yield sign assists right-of-way traffic on certain approaches to an intersection. Vehicles controlled by a yield sign need to slow down or stop when necessary to avoid interfering with conflicting traffic. It's not a suggestion. It's not a question. It's obey the yield sign. That'll help avoid accidents as you're driving. Next is distracted driving. How many of you going down the road have seen that person where you never see their face because they're just looking down at the cell phone the entire time? Weaving in and out, stopping suddenly, sitting at a red light, it turns green, and you're still sitting there because they're just looking at their cell phone. Put the cell phones down, people. Drive. Pay attention to the road. Pay attention to what's going on around you. There's pedestrians across the road because crosswalks in Texas are also a suggestion. So pay attention to what's going on, and then you won't be that person hitting somebody. Safe driving speed. All right, you've seen it. People driving way too slow. You're going down the street, 40-mile-an-hour zone, and they're doing 30, 25. You're stuck behind them because they don't know how to drive fast. Or on the flip side, they're going way too fast. You've got traffic all over the place, and they're weaving in and out because they don't want to be stuck behind someone doing the speed. These are all unsafe practices. The slow speed is usually something that most people ignore because they don't think going too slow is dangerous. So just pay attention to the speed limit, look at your speedometer, see what the flow of traffic is like. If you're going with the flow of traffic, you're usually okay. But if you're going too slow, you're going to cause an accident. So these are just some topics and tips that I looked up for safe driving. They should be put into everyday use. You can educate your soldiers on some of these safe driving practices when you're doing your safety briefings. And you can also educate your family members, especially those of you with kids that are just starting to learn how to drive, and also for family members who maybe they're not used to driving in a big city like San Antonio. So just keep your eyes on the road, maintain the speed limit, follow all posted